Antonio Luna. A name whispered in reverence, roared in anger. He was fire, he was brilliance. He was the tempest that shook the very foundations of our struggle. The Americans called him a fierce, resolute, and vindictive enemy. They were right. He was the volcano that dared to erupt against the tide of empire. Born into a world on the cusp of change, Luna was a scholar, a scientist, a man of medicine. But beneath the refined exterior beat the heart of a warrior. When the Spanish yoke finally fell, he knew our fight for freedom was far from over. A new enemy loomed, their promises of liberty ringing hollow. America. They came with smiles and whispered assurances, but their true intentions soon became clear. They craved what Spain had held for so long: our land, our resources, our future. And Luna, with eyes wide open, saw the storm gathering on the horizon. He knew the Americans underestimated the Filipino spirit. He would show them their folly. He would become the storm they feared. The revolution found its spine in men like Luna. Men who were not afraid to stand up against overwhelming odds, who saw the value in fighting for a cause greater than themselves. Luna was a man of vision, a man who understood that the path to freedom was fraught with peril and sacrifice. While others preached caution, he preached action. His words were not just rhetoric, they were a call to arms, a rallying cry for those who believed in the dream of an independent nation. Luna's speeches ignited a fire in the hearts of his men, inspiring them to take up arms and fight for their homeland. While others sought compromise, he demanded sacrifice. He knew that true freedom could not be negotiated. It had to be earned through blood, sweat, and tears. Luna's unwavering stance often put him at odds with other leaders, but he remained steadfast in his belief that the struggle for independence required total commitment. He knew that freedom was not a gift bestowed, but a right seized. Luna understood that the fight for independence was not just a battle against foreign oppressors, but a battle for the soul of the nation. He believed that every Filipino had a role to play in this epic struggle, and he was determined to lead by example. He took charge of the fledgling Philippine army, whipping it into a force to be reckoned with. Discipline, order, strategy. These were not just words to Luna. They were the foundation upon which he built his army. He knew that without discipline, his men would be nothing more than a rabble, easily crushed by the enemy. These were the pillars upon which Luna built his army. He instilled in his men a sense of duty and honor, teaching them that their actions on the battlefield would determine the future of their nation. Luna's leadership transformed ordinary men into soldiers, ready to lay down their lives for the cause of freedom. He saw the raw courage in our farmers and fishermen, our teachers and shopkeepers. Luna believed that every Filipino, regardless of their background, had the potential to become a warrior. He saw the strength and resilience in the common people, and he knew that with the right training they could become a formidable force. He saw the potential for greatness, but it needed to be forged in the fires of discipline. Luna's training methods were rigorous and demanding, pushing his men to their limits. He believed that only through hard work and perseverance could they achieve the level of excellence required to defeat their enemies. He drilled his troops relentlessly, instilling in them a sense of unity and purpose. Luna knew that a divided army would never succeed, so he worked tirelessly to build a sense of camaraderie among his men. He taught them that they were not just fighting for themselves, but for each other and for the future of their nation. But unity was a fragile thing. Despite Luna's best efforts, maintaining cohesion within the ranks was a constant challenge. The pressures of war and the diverse backgrounds of the soldiers often led to conflicts and misunderstandings. Jealousy and ambition festered in the ranks. Some soldiers resented Luna's strict discipline, while others saw opportunities to advance their own positions. These internal struggles threatened to tear the army apart from within. Petty rivalries threatened to undermine the very cause they claimed to champion. Luna was acutely aware of these dangers, and he took decisive action to address them. He knew that the success of the revolution depended on a united front, and he was determined to root out any dissent. Luna would not tolerate such treachery. He dealt with insubordination swiftly and harshly, making it clear that there was no room for personal agendas in the fight for independence. His uncompromising stance earned him both respect and fear among his men. He ruled with an iron fist, punishing insubordination and rewarding valor. Luna believed in recognizing the bravery and dedication of his soldiers, but he also knew that maintaining discipline was crucial. He balanced rewards and punishments to keep his men motivated and focused on their mission. He knew that to defeat a powerful enemy, we needed to be united. Luna's vision of a disciplined, cohesive army was essential to the success of the revolution. He understood that only through unity could they hope to overcome the superior forces arrayed against them. He would be the one to forge that unity, even if it meant breaking a few bones along the way. Luna's determination and leadership were instrumental in shaping the Philippine army into a formidable fighting force. His legacy is a testament to the power of vision, discipline, and unwavering commitment to a cause. Emilio Aguinaldo, our president, our leader, and Luna's greatest adversary. Aguinaldo, the politician, sought a peaceful resolution with the Americans. Luna, the soldier, knew that peace without freedom was an illusion. Their visions clashed, their personalities collided. Theirs was a dance of ambition and idealism, of pragmatism and unwavering principle.
We must consider a peaceful approach, Luna. The Americans could be allies.
Aguinaldo, ever the diplomat, sought to appease the Americans while consolidating his own power. Luna, his patience wearing thin, saw only their treachery, their insatiable hunger for conquest.
Peace? With those who seek to enslave us? Never. We must fight for our freedom, no matter the cost.
He challenged Aguinaldo at every turn, his voice booming with frustration and urgency. He saw the writing on the wall, the inevitable betrayal that awaited them. But Aguinaldo, blinded by his own ambitions, refused to listen. The rift between them deepened, a chasm of mistrust and resentment. It was a conflict that would have tragic consequences, one that would stain the very soul of our revolution. Aguinaldo, in his quiet moments, pondered the cost of his decisions. Luna, ever the strategist, meticulously planned his next move, knowing the stakes were higher than ever. The battlefield became a testament to their clashing wills, a stage where ideals were tested by fire and blood. News of Luna's defiance reached Aguinaldo, further fueling the flames of their rivalry. Luna's speeches ignited the hearts of his soldiers, filling them with a fervor for freedom. Aguinaldo, surrounded by his advisors, weighed his options, torn between diplomacy and the growing call for resistance. In moments of solitude, Luna reflected on the sacrifices made and the battles yet to come. As dawn broke, the soldiers prepared for another day of conflict, their resolve hardened by the leaders they followed. The final confrontation between Aguinaldo and Luna was inevitable, a culmination of their clashing visions and unyielding wills. The aftermath of their conflict left scars on the land and on the hearts of those who fought, a somber reminder of the cost of their struggle. Aguinaldo stood alone, the weight of his choices heavy on his shoulders, as the echoes of their clash reverberated through history. The legacy of their clash lives on, a testament to the complexities of leadership and the enduring spirit of a nation's fight for freedom. The end. Luna was not just a fiery orator. His words were like fire, igniting the hearts of his men and inspiring them to fight with unparalleled courage and determination. He was a brilliant military strategist, a master of the art of war. His mind was a battlefield of ideas, constantly devising new ways to outsmart the enemy. He studied the enemy meticulously, learning their tactics, understanding their strengths and weaknesses. He knew that knowledge was power, and he used it to his advantage. He realized early on that we could not defeat the Americans in a conventional war. Their superior technology and resources made a head-on confrontation suicidal. We had to be cunning, resourceful, relentless. Luna understood that the key to victory lay in unconventional tactics. He introduced guerrilla warfare to our troops, teaching them to use the element of surprise to their advantage. He transformed farmers and fishermen into shadows in the night, warriors who could strike fear into the hearts of the enemy with their sudden, unexpected attacks. These ambushes were not just physical attacks. They were psychological warfare, designed to demoralize the enemy and make them fear the unseen. Luna had an intimate understanding of the terrain, the lay of the land, and the rhythm of the seasons. He knew how to use the environment to his advantage. He used every hill, every river, every tree to our advantage, turning the natural landscape into a formidable ally. He turned our jungles into fortresses, places where our soldiers could hide and launch surprise attacks. Our rivers became defensive lines, natural barriers that slowed down the enemy and gave us the upper hand. Luna devised ingenious traps and ambushes, using the terrain to create deadly surprises for the enemy. These tactics turned the tables on the technologically superior Americans, showing that ingenuity and determination could overcome even the most advanced weaponry. His victories, though few, were decisive. Each one was a testament to his brilliance and the indomitable spirit of his men. He showed the world that the Filipino spirit could not be broken, that we would fight to the death for our freedom. His leadership instilled a sense of purpose and determination in his troops, making them willing to lay down their lives for the cause. He became a symbol of resistance, a beacon of hope in the darkest of hours. His name was synonymous with courage and defiance. His presence on the battlefield was a source of inspiration, a reminder that we were fighting for something greater than ourselves. His name, once whispered in fear by the enemy, became a rallying cry for our people. He was General Luna, the master of the battlefield. His legacy lives on, a testament to the power of courage, strategy, and the unbreakable will of a people fighting for their freedom. He was General Luna, and he would not be denied. His spirit continues to inspire us, reminding us that true strength lies in the heart and mind.